gentlemen, please welcome National Sales Director Linda Toupin, escorted by her son, Neil. Celebrating with Linda on stage are her family members, including her daughter, Sales Director Elizabeth Toupin, and future Executive Senior Sales Directors Lucinda Utley and Annette Pace. Joining her on stage are Independent National Sales Directors Pamela Waldrop-Shaw and Jan Bedford, and National Sales Director Emeriti Robin Rowland, Kathy Goff-Brummett, and Bette Vernon. And now I'd like to ask Linda's area members to please stand. Let's give them a huge round of applause and thank them for supporting their big marriages. And now, Linda, it's time to share your wisdom with us.
Well, I love to honor people. And I'm going to start at this end. It was yesterday, Lucinda. Yesterday, when you came to my classroom in Washington, Indiana. It was yesterday when I went to that sales meeting. It was yesterday when you brought me to seminar. And that woman stood on stage as a national sales director, and I looked at you with tears pouring down my face. And I said, I have no idea what she does or how she got there, but I will be her one day. Thank you. And you did it. And I did it with your help. Annette, 1977, you said yes to your sister, 4 steps down from Mary Kay. And then you called Lucinda, your best friend from high school, and said, let's do this Mary Kay thing. And you changed thousands of women's lives. Thank you. In my leadership speech last year, Larry, I said these words: our legacy lives in the lives of others, oftentimes without them knowing whence it came. Every woman and man in this room has been affected by you. They just don't know it. Before there was an internet, before there was Mary Kay in Touch, there was Larry Russell at Tape Wholesale and Supply. Get our voice out, we recorded into a little cassette and we mailed it to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and a few weeks later you sent back hundreds of them and we started mailing them so people could hear our voice. You have changed the entire world of Mary Kay, and I intend to honor you today. That standing ovation is for you. These 4 people standing here before you, Laura Wells, Jody Webb, Karen Bruner, and Curtis J. Hanna, is the reason my unit and my national area has excelled at the level it has. Curtis J. came into my life 20 years ago, and he runs all our big events, but you're the best gift I'm giving to the world of Mary Kay. Your technology skills and your ability in a soft, kind, delicate way to train office staffs and to train people how to work in a world that's foreign to many of them is a gift, and it has been a gift to me. Laura, 5 years of honoring my people on social media, sometimes as many as 300 pic collages. Their family, their parents, people who didn't understand Mary Kay now understand Mary Kay because you made it possible. Jody, 15 years we have been together. 7 years in my office, and all the work that you do behind the scenes with weekly accomplishment sheets, honoring my people, making sure they're in the right groups at the right time, is like herding cats. Thank you. This woman right here came into my life in the 1970s. In 1983, she was my home ec student of the year. And she came into my office in '88. She ran my office all through our $1 million years. And if you want to know how my unit has done $1 million every year that we've been a national area, you're looking at it right now. All of those systems that we talk about in Director Boot Camp is edified and demonstrated by this right here. This is how it works, and I thank you and I honor you. And my gift to Katie is all of you, because you will do the same for her. Dr. Lena Edwards, 10 years ago, I would not have been here. That's right, that applause in the room is for you. Those are women who saved their lives. You saved their lives. You are like a detective. You changed my life, and you gave me my health back, and you gave me my youth back. And you're too busy out here training doctors and writing books, but you came today for me, and I love you and I honor you. The best 30 years of our lives are ahead of us, and we are moving on up. And we're going to laugh, and we're going to travel, and we're going to live life full out. Hannah, my beautiful daughter-in-law, you were Katie's best friend in high school, and then you became my son's wife. It's a very Kentucky thing that we do. Do you think that was funny? I couldn't ask for a better daughter-in-law. You are kind, you are patient, and you do crafts with the kids. That gets big stars from me. I am honored that you are in my life, and you have made it richer for me and my son. Girls, remember? Come here, we're my little powwow. Remember the other day you came to my house, and what did we do? Do you remember what we did at my house? Remember we had facials, and do you remember how to wash your face? Can you show everyone in the room, they're all watching us right now, how do we wash our face? Do you remember? Up and out. Can you do it, Lulu? Up and out. There's kids everywhere. Let's just talk over top of them. Katie, 20 years ago, we stood on this stage, and you were 9 years old. And I said to you, if I was 9 years old, I would want you to be my best friend. And today at the luncheon, you told everyone that I was your best friend. You are gifted, you are talented in so many areas, and you're wicked smart. And you're such a people gatherer, and everyone loves you everywhere. And so, I honor you today. You are everything I've ever dreamed of in a daughter. And my son is wicked smart. And every night when we have dinner as a family, we say, what did you do today? We get to him. As a pediatric neurologist, his day is not like ours. Neil, I think you have some things to say. Daddy's going to speak, okay? We're going to say.
Can you all hear me? So I'll start by saying it would take way more than the time I have for this speech to describe all the ways that my mother has inspired me. Yet my mother's influence isn't uniquely felt by me, my sister, or the people on this stage. I'm sure many of you could also share stories about how Linda Toupin made a difference in your own lives, through personal interactions, her speeches, or her training tapes. So instead, I'm going to share something a little more personal. As a child, I didn't feel my life was very different from anyone else. I had a mom, a dad, a sister, a loving family. It wasn't until I was in high school that I began to realize that some part of my experiences had been different. One moment in particular stands out in my mind. It was a summer day. I was 16 years old, and my mom was hosting a big Mary Kay party at our house. I was walking around, and a couple of consultants pulled me aside and sort of quietly whispered, "Okay, Neil, now for real, what is it like to have Linda Toupin as your mother?" I didn't know how to answer that question. They were obviously expecting something big, something dramatic, and my upbringing was somehow outside of the bell curve. Apart from eating out a lot, and my mom running a successful business from home, I didn't feel there was anything abnormal about my home life at all. Yet that memory, that question, has always stuck with me because people perceive my mother as different in a way that I did not. Now, since that day nearly 20 years ago, I've lived a lot, I've met a lot of people, and realized, most of all, how many incredible opportunities my mother's business and hard work provided for my family. And now, in 2020, I feel a little more equipped to answer the question those consultants had asked me. That being said, if I could go back to that summer day, I don't think my answer would be any more satisfying. And that's because there is no mystique, no magical quality about my mother. She's a loving mother. We spent time with her kids. She built a stable, nurturing environment for us to learn and to grow, and she always led by example. And compared to what I now know is true for many American families, my home life was refreshingly simple. So then why did those consultants expect something else? Obviously there was something, or they wouldn't have asked the question. And I believe that there's a simple answer. It wasn't my mother that was different, but the company that she was a part of, and the women who inspired her. Mary Kay Cosmetics brought out the best in my mom. It presented her with the tools and the opportunities to thrive, and she took them. And Mary Kay Cosmetics, even when worked at its highest level, allowed Linda Toupin to be a great mom. So as for me, Mary Kay provided me with amazing opportunities, amazing choices, but most importantly, it allowed me to spend time with my mom, to learn from my mom, and to love my mom. And what more could any child ask for?
And to close, I would like to honor the beautiful women, the Mary Kay Toupin area directors. They're the coolest, most fun people I know, and just think, guys, in the next 30 years, we get to just hang out. There's no fussing about weekly accomplishment sheets. I'm already planning our first girlfriend trip, and the party starts tonight, and I didn't even have to be in charge. I just got invited. You see, God gave us all free will. Another word for that is choices. My only prayer in my entire life has been one, that I prayed for wisdom and discernment. And I have prayed that the choices I have made with my life have honored God. And that it has brought honor to my sister national sales directors, to the entire sales force of Mary Kay, to our incredible staff, and to our company, and especially to Mary Kay Ash. And so as I walk off this stage to my upgrade, I mean seriously, no work and all the perks. I will continue to pray for continued wisdom and discernment, and I will continue to strive to serve everyone in the world of Mary Kay to the best of my ability, with wisdom and discernment. So let us end this chapter together by repeating a phrase you have heard me say a few million times. Please repeat after me. I am where I am.
I am where I am.
By the choices I have made.
By the choices I have made.
Or I have allowed others.